Creation is constituted on the principles of dualities. The nature of this world is that we are always grabbing for the positive side and clinging to it when we have it. But the negative side is inevitable. We really can't have one without the other. So, how to find real fulfillment in a world that is ever changing? The fulfillment that comes from enlightenment can be found in the most ordinary situations. Yet, actually, nothing is ordinary because we take things for granted and become dull to the beauty of the present moment. Things seem ordinary. But just the fact that we are breathing, that the sun rises, and we are able to walk and talk are all amazing things. Throughout a day, there are so many lessons to learn and to grow from if we have the right perception. To be grateful to God for all that He provides, seeing endless opportunities to go deeper, to be present and see the beauty of the world, and remember the artist, God. To see each living being as a child of God, as a brother and sister, and to act compassionately and lovingly towards them all. To connect everyone to God and to see our relationship to each other as a loving family. As long as we are living our lives on a superficial level, we are so affected by what happens on a superficial level. Yet, if we go deep into who we are, into our own relationship with God, and into the depths of our consciousness, we can find a place where we are connected to a current of truth. We see what happens on the surface and deal with it, but we are not affected by it. Happiness is not to the degree we take things from the outside, but about accessing what is within us. That is the real satisfaction and love which we are all looking for. The fundamental need of every living being is pleasure, and the only pleasure that can really give us fulfillment is that of love. But for love to really satisfy the heart and not just the mind and senses, it must be without selfishness, unmotivated, and uninterrupted. This is what everyone is yearning for. Wisdom is to understand this, that selfless love between the soul and God is our essential nature, and when we connect to that love, it brings about real fulfillment and satisfaction and manifest as compassion towards all living beings. It is a truly meaningful and satisfactory life because it is in harmony with our nature. When pure rainwater comes in contact with earth, it becomes muddy. But if it is filtered, it can be brought back to its original state. Similarly, on the spiritual path, our original pure loving consciousness has been contaminated with selfishness, greed, lust, etc., and needs to be filtered and brought back to its original state. Chanting God's names is the filter for this age as they purify the consciousness when chanted sincerely. Spirituality is about transforming what appears to be a curse into a blessing. Otherwise, we are converting what is a blessing into a curse by our perception and attitude. What matters is how you connect to God through those situations. The goal in a life should be our internal development, how we can purify our heart and be instruments of love. The more we are selfless and trying to be instruments of God's love, the more every moment of a life has such meaning and deep fulfillment. Thank you.